Christmas we all know. Though we are apart, we can still join as one, to await the arrival of the chosen one. Let us not forget that this is that special time for us to receive the Christ child into our lives and hearts. This is a Christmas of hearts and souls to unite under the luminous glow of the newborn Savior's light. As we unite in this global Christmas experience, our hearts and our souls beat as one. With Christmas cheer, dinners, carols and wine, we open our hearts, our minds, and our souls, as we fulfill our purpose in our chosen roles. Every father, husband, brother, and son will make Christmas special for his family, and place a large shiny angel or star on the top of the family Christmas tree. The world unites, all separated souls and hearts, as we celebrate together though we are apart. Every daughter, mother, sister, and wife will make Christmas special for the family, and prepare the finest and yet simple Christmas meal, while uniting the family and allowing old wounds to heal. The world unites, all separated souls and hearts, as we celebrate together though we are apart. Every child who is living these trying times knows the difficulties faced in our current lives, and makes Christmas special for parents, friends, and family, while helping out at home and decorating the Christmas tree. The world unites, all separated souls and hearts, as we celebrate together though we are apart. The spirit of Christmas moves around the globe, with love, peace, joy, and hope, breaking barriers of fear and division. Christmas cheer fills the air, in our homes this festive season, and in every bubble and in every person's heart, where the Christmas spirit will stay and never depart. Just as the warmth of fires is quenched by the coals, the Christmas fires fill our hearts and our souls with peace, love, compassion, and hope. We know that humanity will survive and will cope. The world unites all Christmas souls and Christmas hearts, as we celebrate together although we are apart. Have a Merry Christmas of happiness with cheer, and a wonderful New Year, as the Christ child is born in a simple and humble manger, to change the world and our lives, making humanity stronger in faith and hope, while helping the human race to triumph and cope. The world unites, all separated souls and hearts, as we celebrate together though we are apart. A poem by Warren Brown.
Three Christmas Coins, a poem by Warren Brown. As each tiny snowflake falls onto the white blanket, silence fills the tiny lanes, the cobbled paths and stony streets. People are covered in thick coats, jackets and carry firewood. As the snow settles in the sprawling neighborhood, the tiny shops are now closing for the day. Every shopkeeper is content with the sales made. cheerfully prepared in their ovens and in their workshops. The Christmas goodies like cakes, sweets, and other delicacies have now found their way into people's homes and hearts. It's Christmas once again and happiness abounds, which spreads like a wildfire from cities to towns. There is a wisp of a snowflake here, a wisp of a snowflake over there. The shower of snowflakes never stop. They just collect over here and over there. The tiny snowflakes collect and collect, creating a thicker snowy white blanket. The pristine white sheet of snow which covers the tops of the houses and the church steeple. Now, cling to the shoes and boots of busy people. The miser Mr. Felix Copperhead shook his skinny hand and his head. All this snow was bad for business. Very bad for business it certainly was. It would all certainly end in tears. There were no footfalls in his shop. People rushed to work and then back home again, rushing through the blizzard and the rain. There is a wisp of a snowflake here, a wisp of a snowflake there. The festive sprays of snowflakes never stop. They just collect over here and over there. The tiny snowflakes gently fall and collect, creating a thicker, whiter, snowy blanket. Copperhead Philatelist and Numismatist was always open for business. It was owned by Felix Copperhead, who knew all about coins and his stamps, as emblazoned on his letterhead. He knew the value of his shop. He could trust no one to help him. The last fellow, Jerome Jones, he had employed, was now living near some garbage bin. After he was caught by Copperhead with his hand in the biscuit tin, his employer was filled with anger that he could not overcome his hunger. Old Copperhead would hear no excuse, and he called in the local police to imprison Jones for as long as they would choose. Working on his own in his shop, managing it from front to top, was what he enjoyed most of all. In this way he watched his profits rise and not fall. Felix Copperhead loved to hold his coins. He would count them once, and then count them twice. He loved the feel of silver, copper and gold. He loved all the metal on his palm, so round and so cold. He polished his coins so lovingly, and admired them like Jason's golden fleece, as he watched his wealth increase. 1 coin, 2 coins, 3. He rubbed his hands with glee. 4 coins, 5 coins, 6. He now had a pile of coins in the mix. The sparkling coins would just increase his joy. There were times when he would dance like a little boy. The local parish carolers had arrived at his door, like they unfailingly did every year. He would open his old battered window, while yelling at them to stop those nasty sounds, and throw a handful of soil from his potted plant, as he did every year, while carrying on his rant. Yet, the next day on Christmas morning, Felix Copperhead would find a Christmas hamper filled with food and wine. This hamper he would then take, with no fuss or ceremony, and throw into the deepest lake. He loved to watch the value of his stamp collection increase. It extended his life and his lifespan increase. But he loved his coins most of all, as he grew them from a tiny stack to a 4 feet high coin wall. People were not coming in with their coins, now that the snow had started to fall. Every day and every night, the snow kept on falling. A sheet turned into a blanket, and then into a wall of snow. There is a wisp of a snowflake here, a wisp of a snowflake over there. The wisps of snowflakes never stop. They just collect over here and over there. The tiny snowflakes collect and collect, creating a thicker snowy blanket. In the morning the sun rose, followed by the darkness of nightfall. But Felix Copperhead counted his coins, separating the large from the small. Then, one night as the moon hid behind the clouds, there was a flash and lightning, when in the next instant Felix found that he was face down in the snowy ground. As Mr. Copperhead rose from the street, he dusted his clothes off the mud and sleet. But how did he come out here in the snow, when he was at his desk counting coins? In the pale light of the lamplit glow, he was just outside his shop. He peered in through the window, and spotted a figure huddled at his desk, peering at his coins with great interest. As he looked at the person with more intent, he was shocked at what he saw. It was a figure of himself that he saw. This kind of magic he had never seen. Some kind of phantom was at the scene. He was in two places at the same time, or so it would seem. He stood outside in the cold and in the snow. Yet, he saw himself through the window pane. Surely, he was not going insane. He banged the door and the window too. But no one saw or heard him in the frost and dew. From the road to the cities and the coast, he was now a living, breathing forgotten ghost. There is a wisp of a snowflake here, a wisp of a snowflake over there. The wisps of snowflakes never stop. They just collect over here and over there. The tiny snowflakes collect and collect, creating a thicker snowy blanket. Felix Copperhead now missed touching his coins. He would count them once, and then count them twice. He loved the feel of silver, copper and gold. He loved all the metal on his palm, so round and so cold. He polished his coins so lovingly, and admired them like Jason's golden fleece. As he watched his wealth increase, old Mr. Copperhead wished he was in his home and counting his coins. At the next instant he was inside his home, and standing beside his limp body and his coins. He went to catch his coins, to hold and roll them in his palms. But he could not touch the metal. His hand went through the table. Mr. Copperhead was now angry. He was desperate, he was furious. He was far beyond being curious. As he lunged and plunged his hands at the table full of stacked gleaming coins, he grasped the air. He clawed the table. Yet, his actions made no impression. He could not hold his coins. He clawed, he grasped and he lunged. He grasped, he lunged and he clawed. To no avail, to no avail. His anger he could not curtail. Dejected he moved out into the street. He huddled near some garbage cans. His home was not his, nor was his wealth. It was all taken by the impostor. Huddled over the coins on his table, Mr. Copperhead was hungry and cold. He went back in to sit beside the fire, but it did not warm him. He was a phantom trapped in a frozen body. He knew that he would not be missed by his two brothers Walter and Eric. Both men were failures and lived in poverty, with their large families. He had never spared a few coins for them, and knew that they would never forgive him. Felix Copperhead was an angry man. He was a lost, scared and lonely man. Jerome Jones came up to him in his rags, and offered him 3 glowing coins. "Take these," he said, "hold them in your hands. They will keep you alive and warm." Felix reached for the coins, he held them in his palms. Yet, his body was still frozen and cold. You need to change your life, or you will surely die, said Jerome, dressed in his soiled and ragged clothes. I will not change, said Felix, as he rubbed the coins in his hands. Still he got colder and colder. He was now shades of blue. Bluer than the deepest blue. He had to change or he would surely die. The old miser thought to himself, as he saw life quickly pass him by, in the blink of his almost frozen eye. I promise to change, from this day forward. I promise to share my wealth with all those around me. I promise this, I solemnly declare, to be the first to share everything I own. While to greed and avarice, I vow to vigorously disown. He was now ready to abandon his money chase, and to wholeheartedly his new life embrace. Jerome Jones came up to him in his rags, and offered him 3 glowing coins. Take these, he said, hold them in your hands. They will keep you alive and warm. Felix reached for the coins, he held them in his palms. They remained in his palms. He was now getting warmer. The 3 coins began to glow. Brighter and brighter they became, like a spark transforming into a large flame. But, Jerome, these coins are yours. I am sorry to have caused all your woes. Forgive me, I earnestly say. I will repay you everything today. I don't need the coins no more. The 3 Christmas coins are for you to share. The coin of peace will fill your heart, your life and your home with the blessing of Christmas cheer. The coin of love will fill your heart, your life and your home with the magic of Christmas cheer. The coin of charity will fill your heart, your life and your home with the joy of Christmas cheer. Today and throughout the year, there was a flash of light. There was a thunderous sound. Mr. Felix Copperhead awoke from his slumber. It was all a terrible dream, he did wonder. He was seated at his table. His gleaming coins were in front of him. He held the metal in his warm hands, and they made no difference to him. He longed to hold the 3 gleaming coins, which had filled him with peace, love and charity. But, where were the coins, he wondered. Perhaps, that fellow Jerome could find them for him. When Mr. Copperhead looked out of his window, he saw the lifeless body in the snow. He rushed out, he had to save the man whose life he had destroyed. But, when Copperhead rushed to Jerome's side, the man had gone to meet his maker. Mr. Copperhead made sure immediately and not later to give money to Jerome's wife and 3 children, who were filled with sadness and gratitude. Mr. Copperhead sent money to his brothers and their families, with hampers, parcels, turkeys and Christmas trees. Mr. Copperhead was a changed man. He shared love, peace and his wealth with everyone he knew. Every time he shared his fortune with cheer, with the underprivileged far and near, he could feel the warmth and Christmas cheer in the palms of his hands and in the depths of his heart. Felix Copperhead had forever given up his money chase, as his peace and love radiated on his glowing face. The 3 Christmas coins bestow their Christmas magic of peace, love and charity to all who share Christmas cheer with the poorer folk from far and near. The local parish carolers had arrived at his door, like they unfailingly did every year. But, things were very different this year. They were treated with happiness and Christmas cheer. Every carol singer was happily entertained and told to dine, then offered a slice of Christmas cake and red wine. The 3 Christmas coins bestow their Christmas magic of peace, love and charity. To all who share Christmas cheer with the poor of